Welcome back, everyone. Thanks again for joining. I'm Stretton as we continue this trip up the west coast to the national park, which for everyone in my group was the highlight of the trip, seeing the wildflowers. But before we get there, we come across an amazing cultural experience like no other, one that I highly recommend you add to your itinerary of the west coast of South Africa. It is called the Kwatu San Cultural Centre. You can experience the ways of one of the oldest cultural groups in the world and the oldest in Africa, and take a journey into their history, their traditional knowledge, their skills and their customs and languages. And the San are known for their beautiful rock art, and you can see this firsthand for yourself if you drive another hour further north into the Cederberg region. There's also lots of amazing hiking trails up there to go explore, but you can experience beautiful rock art like this. Now, the San are probably the most studied anthropological group in the world. They were the first people of Africa. They were called Bushmen by the Europeans, but are probably the best model that modern man has for the hunter-gatherer lifestyle that saw so many generations through the Stone Age. For more than 20,000 years, the Bushmen were the sole inhabitants of southern Africa, until the arrival of the Bantu tribes in the region about 1500 years ago, followed by white colonists a few hundred years ago. It is believed that the genes of the San predate the rest of humanity, making the San our original ancestors. In the past 2,000 years, the San were slowly pushed to live in the arid sands of the Kalahari Desert by the Bantu tribes and the white farmers who took the more fertile land for their crops and livestock. They were sadly largely considered to be vermin, continuously evicted and relocated to the point of extinction. Right into the beginning of the 20th century, it was even considered legal to purchase a license to hunt these people. Now, today, the San people number between 30 to 55,000. The Richtersveld region in the Northern Cape has been returned to the ownership of the San people under South Africa's land restitution program, where they still lead a semi-nomadic life. These are just a few examples of some of the tools and the skills that have been passed down from generation to generation. And we have still so much to learn from them. One can do this at the Kwatu San Culture Centre. They have an incredible knowledge of plants, and of the animals and the seasons and climates. And there's evidence that they've been observing the movements of the planet Jupiter and its satellites with the naked eye long before European astronomers. Now, as I said, one can learn all of this at the Kwatu San Culture Centre on the way up to the West Coast National Park. There are also awesome mountain biking trails and you can explore, and they do tours with e-bikes, which is an awesome way of getting around. Lots of great fun. Here's a few examples. Now, if you enjoyed this video and are interested about the San, look out for some future stories of mine coming up about how the eland is so revered by these people and how to tame a lion. But up next, in the next part of this series, we continue the journey up towards the national park, but we have one more amazing discovery before then, so see you then.